Bearded Bros podcast on the Titan Sports Network.
Two bearded dudes sitting in a pod, talking sports, never really bored. From football to basketball, they dive deep, laughing and debating, making us keep. They share their thoughts, no matter how wild, in a room filled with beard and pride. The refs might not understand, but they know what's right, no need to explain. The Bearded Bros, they're the best podcast fun with no rest. Sports talk with a side of jest, laugh and learn as they say. They're not afraid to disagree. In a world of sports, they'll always be free. Bearded wisdom you can rely. In their podcast, you won't feel shy. Through wins and losses, they stay true, discussing every play through and through. Their passion for games is clear to see. In their chatter, we all agree. The Bearded Bros, they're the best podcast fun with no rest. Sports talk with a side of jest, laugh and learn as they say. They're not just talk, they act too, making jokes, giving us a clue. The Bearded Bros, they're the crew, podcast fun till the very end, you knew. Bearded Bros, they're the crew, podcast fun till the very end, you knew.
What is up, everybody? It is August 3rd. Cannot believe it is August. The year is flying by.
The year is flying by.
This is the Bearded Bros podcast on the Tired Sports Network. I am Dustin, and with me, the one and only brother from another mother, Nicholas Davis. How are you, man?
I'm good. How about you?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Not bad for a Sunday. Man, there's actually a lot to talk about tonight.
A lot.
So I'm just gonna kind of do a little breakdown. So we're gonna talk about the Sun Belt Conference. It's a weird conference because it's split in two. It's one of the only ones that is still that way. Not sure why. We're gonna talk about that, and we have a new segment. We have a new segment brought to you by the one and only brother from another mother, Nikolai.
It's gonna be a good segment.
It's going to be called the What If segment. We're bringing that to the show on Sundays. All right. Then we're also going to talk about, of course, some of the biggest news since Thursday and Friday, the Micah Parsons and Terry McLaurin's trade request. We'll dive deep into that. Some WNBA stuff. There's an odd one, but we're going to talk about it. I'm not even going to mention those. I'm just going to say WNBA. Some basketball stuff. Luka, Mikal Bridges have extended with their teams. Our thoughts on that and kind of break that down. We're gonna also recap the UFC fight night from last night, which I did not tell you that, Nick, in time, so you probably don't know much, but I did watch some of it and it was really good. So that's what we have on docket for tonight. So let's just break it down, man. We're gonna start with the Sun Belt tonight. The Sun Belt Conference, which is such a weird, like I said, man, it's split into two different ones.
It is a weird conference. It really is.
Yeah. So you got Coastal, Georgia State, Appalachian State, Arkansas State, Georgia Southern, JMU or James Madison, Louisiana Monroe, Troy, Louisiana. Louisiana. Sorry, I put them up there twice. And then Marshall, Old Dominion, South Alabama, Southern Miss, and Texas State. So, really, the best team in the entire conference, probably the last 2 to 3 seasons, has been JMU. They've won the most games over the last 3 seasons, or maybe it's the last 5 seasons. I don't want to lie, but it's the last 3 or 5. But it's not just them though. Texas State has came on the last couple of years with obviously the new head coach and GJ Kinney, so that has definitely made a change with making the conference more competitive. Then you had Marshall, who had a heck of a year last year, of course. and actually made a bowl game. But unfortunately, the entire team entered the transfer portal. I was actually supposed to watch them play Army whenever I went to the Independence Bowl over there in Shreveport. And, well, Marshall had to back out because the coach decided to leave and the entire team went to the transfer portal. So that's what happened with that. But you have them, Arkansas State, Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern's kind of up and down. Arkansas State, I mean, I'm going to lie, they're not the best team. They're always in the bottom. Old Dominion, same way. But to me, I'm wondering if JMU is going to hit a wall this year because, like I said, over the last 3 seasons, they've won 28 games. Okay, so they're head above shoulders over the field the last 3 seasons. Now, again, I know Marshall had a great year last year. Don't really know what they're going to do this year with they have a new head coach. I mean, they literally have a whole new team. Like, when you talking about, like, literally rebuilding a team, like, you literally had to bring in a whole entire team. So we'll see how that new coach does and that team going into the season. And then Texas State, man, I maybe this is just because of not just the kids we've had on. We've had on 3 kids that are in Texas State. Shout out to those. You got Colt, Simeon Gardner out of Tyler, Colt out of Sabine, and then we had, I can't remember the kid's name, out of Brownsboro. He's playing defensive tackle over there. So shout out to Colt's mom and dad, the Sparks. If they're on Facebook, man, they're always post stuff about him. I think it is so cool. And then seeing them in the game, I've seen clips of them in the game. I think that is so cool. I mean, when you know someone that's in a college game, it's really cool. But I'm curious to see if Texas State is interesting because they always can produce the points. They almost beat Arizona State last year, who's someone that made the college football playoff. I'm curious to see what they do this year. They lost a lot. They lost their quarterback. They lost their running back. They lost 3 offensive linemen. They lost all 3 wide receivers. So essentially the offense is completely rebuilding. So I'm curious to see what Texas State does. And defensively is where they've always struggled. So I'm kind of want to see, do they take the next step defensively to get a little bit better? Because the last 2 years, I have predicted them to win the conference, at least on their side, and be able to play for the conference championship against the other side. But we'll see. Southern Miss has kind of came on a little bit too. Hold on, I have my notes here, and it keeps going.
How is the Raging Cajuns? What's the difference? Like that, they had a really good, what do you call it? Signing this year.
Yeah, they did. Oh, yeah, South Alabama, that's another team. They've won 24 in the last 3 seasons as well, so they're right there in the mix. And then Louisiana Raging Cajuns, you're right. They've the last 4 seasons or past 6 years, they've had 4 winning 10-plus game seasons in the last 6 years. So they're right there in the mix too. I mean, this conference is kind of top heavy. Like I said, so you got them. You have Troy, who's done okay. Like I said, they're not great. Appalachian State's a weird one because they were really good 2 years ago. The year before the same year James Madison was really starting to come on in that conference. Because if you know, James Madison, if you remember, his coach is at Indiana now. He was there last year, his first year. That's Indiana Hoosiers coach. That's why Indiana was so good, because he left JMU, took a lot of players with him, and went over to Indiana. So they actually didn't really miss a beat last year. They lost some games they probably shouldn't have, and that's what knocked them. That's where Marshall ended up. I think Marshall ended up beating them, if I remember right. But I'm just curious to see which one of these not necessarily bottom tier teams, but kind of in the middle of pat teams like Texas State, maybe Southern Miss, maybe kind of take over, because like Coastal's not very good, Georgia State's not very good, Troy's not very good. Like those teams have been kind of bad the last 3 years. But I was looking at this, and a lot of these schools, all their coaches are new. Within the last 3 years, they're all new coaches. So it's like this entire conference is like they're new coaches, like they're up-and-coming coaches. Like, but here's what I don't like about this conference, and I'm just going to be real about it. This conference is a stepping stone for most of these players because of how the NIL is, how just the way college football is, right? So, like, most players. Okay. Sorry guys, daughters, cut it easy. So I'm curious to see who makes that step. Who can challenge JMU, Raging Cajuns, Appalachian State maybe might be able to come back and have a decent year. South Alabama, who's going to challenge those teams to maybe move up this year to have a chance to compete for the conference championship at the end of the year? And my opinion is, unfortunately, I think the only team. Oh, and Marshall. I'm curious. Marshall is the big question mark. Can they get back to where they were last year?
They're not going to be able to.
I don't think they will either. I think they're actually not going to be very good. But granted, I understand the fact that they're having to completely like when you say complete rebuild, it's literally a complete rebuild. Coaching staff, players, probably a new system, offensively, defensively. So I would give Marshall a pass this year if they were not very good because they're doing a lot. These other teams, even JMU, even though they're going into their second year, their coach, we'll see.
I would say for Marshall, it's not going to be the young players coming. It's going to be the older players that were in a system already, and they're having to learn a whole new system.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
That's going to be the problem. And
yep.
Their best players that did stay are going to have to go into a whole different system. It's going to throw the whole game off for them.
And there's not very many that stayed. That's the problem. There's not very many of them. So with that being said, Nick, hold on. There's also a few games I had marked down to for this conference just this year. Hold on. My notes keep going away. Here we go. Where'd they go? Okay. I lied. Sorry, guys. I lied. I lost it again, like I always do. I lose all my notes I have.
I'll go ahead and tell you what team I think is going to have a really good season. I think Southern Miss is going to have a really good season because they've had everybody return. They don't have many freshmen coming in this season, so they're just going to be developing what they learned last year. So I really think that Southern Miss is going to have a really good season this year.
Yeah, and again, I think that's a team that could be surprising when it comes down to it. I think that the Raging Cajuns will get it done this year. I think they'll win.
Oh, I think they'll win it, but I think they're gonna have to go through some fights to get to the championship.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at just the games here. Marshall starts out with Georgia, so that's gonna be a fun game. They're gonna get clobbered, and then you have Louisiana Raging Cajuns.
But Georgia don't have that quarterback no more. So they're gonna have issues at the beginning.
Yeah, it's Marshall.
They have a freshman quarterback.
This
Marshall.
is
the first time they had a freshman quarterback since 2014.
Yeah, but it's Marshall against Georgia. There's no way Marshall even entertains that game. It doesn't matter because, again, you got to think they have a whole new system. But, I mean, who knows? I mean, it's football. It's the first week. Who knows? That would be the biggest upset in the history of college sports if that happens. But I'm not going to go deep into that and say that's going to happen.
I didn't say they're going to win. I'm just saying they might give them – it's going to be like maybe a 20-point spread instead of a 50-point spread.
A game I'm looking forward, and I've already talked about this in the Conference USA, but it's a game you can't ignore. It's the UTSA, Texas State. You got ex-coach of J.J. Kinney and Jeff Traylor facing off against J.J. Kinney. Last year, Texas State won that pretty fair and square. It wasn't a very good game for UTSA. Texas State dominated that game. So, like I said, I think Raging Cajuns can get it done. I do think JMU has a shot as well. And I'm going to go on a limb and say Appalachian State will maybe come back to fruition. I think they're coming back. I think this will be a year they have a bounce-back year. And I also think South Alabama is going to be the sleeping team. I don't trust Texas State's defense. And we don't know what they're going to be offensively because of how new everybody is. I love Texas State. I follow them. I follow a lot of their players. I just need to see them play. Like their first game is against. Their first game is. I had it here. Where did it go? They have Eastern Michigan. And
I'm
They are-
going to say they're not going to hit any. They're going to have trouble with Arizona State, at least.
I don't know, man. I mean, they have them again. Oh, they played UTSA the second game. I'm gonna break their schedule down because I really love this Texas State team. I really do. So they have Eastern Michigan, UTSA. They have Arizona State. I'm excited about that game. That was a really good game last year. They competed with Arizona State. They were actually beating them at one point.
And that's going to be on national television too.
Yeah, it's on TNT and HBO Max Saturday at 9:30 p.m. God, such a late game.
That's a late game.
Yeah, it's got to be over in Arizona State, and it is actually. Then they play Nicholas, and then they play Arkansas State, Troy, Marshall. They have James Madison, Louisiana, Raging Cajun, Southern Miss, Louisiana Monroe, and they finish season in Alabama, South Alabama. This is a tough schedule for them. Like they are playing the top teams in the schedule, so we'll see how Texas State does. I think they could be a sleeper. I'm just not. I want to see them play first. I do think they have the weapons to compete, but I'm not sure if they're on the level of South Alabama, JMU, and Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns. So we'll see though. Who's your sleeper? Who's your sleeper to potentially make a run to compete for this conference championship at the end of the season?
Good question.
It is a good question.
Who I want to be the sleeper is going to be in Rome, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah. I don't know how. I don't think they're going to be very good. I think they'll be like 500 maybe.
I don't think they're going to be 500. That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, 500 can get you a bowl game, but that's about it.
They haven't been good.
Hey, by the way, real quick, Sean, I saw you liked the podcast and that. Thanks for that, Sean. If you are here, you want to be here in the next 5 minutes because our what if segment is about your boy. Your boy, you know who your boy is. The one you are always.
It might hurt your feelings too.
I won't hurt his feelings. I think he will gladly want to speak about it. So if Sean, if you're still here, stick around because we are about to give it to you. But anyways, Nick. So you have Louisiana. You're picking Louisiana Monroe to be the sleeper.
No, it's gonna be South Alabama. I really think it's gonna be South Alabama. This is gonna get it done for once.
Okay, I like that, man. Yeah, I like it. Hey, appreciate all the likes on TikTok. Oh my God. Hey, Evan, what's up, man? I see you on TikTok. So yeah, that's awesome. So there's our winners. And so next week it'll be a good week. You want to be here next week because it's a big one. Next week, we are going to be breaking down the one and only SEC conference, the big SEC. So please be here next week to talk about the SEC. We're going to be breaking it down. It will be a lot to talk about. I think the SEC is one of the best, if not the best division in football. So with that being said, real quick, please, everybody watch them. We have 2 QR codes here on the screen. One is for the entire Sports Network. Please scan that. Follow all of the shows on their socials. And on the left or the right, depending on what is on your screen, is our QR code. Please follow us on all of our socials. Please like, subscribe. We appreciate all the love and support, and we can't thank y'all enough. All right, next thing, Nick, we're on to the what if segment.
So we have a new what if segment, and so it's going to be explained like players leave teams. So our first big what if is going to be, what if would have the Washington Nationals won the World Series that year that Bryce Harper left? He left and then they won the championship. Do you think they would still won?
I don't know, man. Baseball is such an interesting sport. I think they were shocked they won that without him.
Oh, they were. They were really.
I would say yes. I would say yes, they would have won. Hey, Evan, don't worry. We're gonna get on the Micah stuff. That's the next topic. So yeah, we gonna find out. Um, man, I would say probably so. I mean, baseball is such an unpredictable sport. Like the year the Rangers won, which was what going in 2 seasons ago.
2023. Yeah. I don't know how we
Nobody,
won it.
no one. I I'm not gonna say the luck, but when it's like any sport. When you're on fire and you're on a run in a Pacific time, like the playoffs, it's just how the game is. Like Indiana Pacers, and I'm going to basketball. They went on a heck of a run this year. Nobody in the beginning of the season picked Indiana to go to the conference finals and go to a game
7.
7. No one expected that.
That's another what if. What about if Halliburton never got hurt? Would they have won? Because they were into that game until he got hurt.
That's a big what if. So I think the Bryce Harper thing is, I would agree. I think they win. Like, I think they wanted to prove they could win without him when he decided to leave to go to Philly. But we'll never know that because they never won with him. And that's not knocking Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper is a phenomenal player. And I mean, the sorry in advance, Sean and Scott could tell you they're big Philly fans or big baseball fans. They could tell you, but I think they still win it. I don't know though. I mean, you really never know. Like I said, baseball can be an unpredictable sport. So my answer to that is yes. I think they were firing on cylinders, and then when he left, I think they just wanted to prove they didn't need him to win, and that's why they won. They went on a run. No one expected them to win, especially when he left. So now, what about you? Do you think they would have won?
I don't think they were going to win. Because I looked at, let me pull it back up. Bryce Harper's stats from that year and who was in his position that year had a phenomenal better batting average, had better stats that benefited the team than Bryce Harper would have. But here's the other big what if. Would they have moved Bryce Harper to first base? Because he went to first base when he went to the Phillies.
I don't know.
That's a good what if too.
There's a lot of what ifs.
Would he have changed position that year with the Nationals? It's a what if.
Yeah, I mean it's a big what if, man. But I'm gonna stick with my yes. I think they would have.
They would have won one of. If they wouldn't have won it that year, they'd have probably won it the next year.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one, Nick. What's your other one? You said you had 2, right?
Okay, yes. Here's the other one. We're gonna go back. We're going to go for over a decade ago.
Oh, God, you're going to make me work? My brain is fried.
Yes, you are, but everybody knows about this one.
Okay.
What about if Chris Paul would have actually went to the Lakers? Would Kobe got another one? And I do have evidence. I know 2K is not a reliable source, but I went back and set up the line. And I made the trade because the trade is out there, what that trade was for. The funny thing about it is they traded the trade wise. Let me pull it up to make sure I got this. CP.
See, Chris Paul.
Wait,
obviously, he would have been better. They would have. They would have been.
So the trade was for. It was Chris Paul to the Lakers, Pau Gasol to the Rockets, and the Hornets got Lamar Odom, Kevin Martin, Dragic, and a couple draft picks.
But see, Lamar Odom was such a big piece for the Lakers.
No, that he wasn't at that time. That's when he was going through his drug withdrawals, going to rehab.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I just don't know, man.
You're all talking about Lamar or Odom. What about Pau Gasol?
No, Pau Gasol.
Pau Gasol was the defensive anchor on that side of the ball besides Kobe.
Lamar Odom was a dog, though, man.
He was a dog, but he was going through the scandals.
He may have been going through it, but he was there still. He was still balling out.
He was traded halfway through that season to the Clippers.
I mean, I know, but I'm just saying.
It wasn't benefiting the Lakers if they wouldn't have made that trade.
I mean, I will agree. Chris Paul to the Lakers would have been crazy because they would have had a an amazing facilitator, someone that can create a shot.
But
But
we're going to go down the line a little bit. Would they have never got Steve Nash? Because they brought Steve Nash in because they didn't get Chris Paul.
Steve Nash was a dog still, even though he was
He
dealing with
wasn't,
injuries
but
that
he
year.
wasn't. He was fighting injuries the whole time he was with the Lakers, and that's why he retired.
I know, but I mean, I love Steve Nash. I mean,
I love Steve Nash, 2-time MVP.
Let's ask this question pertaining to this particular trade, if it would have happened. If let's say we're in 2025,
okay,
we're in this situation. Does that trade get vetoed or does it happen?
Oh, we're gonna put it in the. I really think the NBA would have vetoed the Lakers trade this last season. It would have got vetoed.
Well, why didn't they veto Luka and
They
AD?
can't veto it. It's up to the owners. Only reason this trade was vetoed is because the Hornets were owned by the NBA at the time.
I know, but
and Stiller or what is it? The commissioner did not want a super team. Now look, the NBA's done, but super teams now.
Yeah, but it's 2025, man. That trade goes through, no question. I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Nick. That trade goes through, man. There ain't no way. Do you think the Chris Paul to the Lakers, that trade is a crazier trade than Luka going to LA and AD going to the Mavs? That's
no, but
that's my point. Nick, nobody.
Chris Paul was the best point guard in the NBA at the time.
Luka is one of the best point guards now.
Okay, but he's not a pure point guard, though. That would have stuffed the paint.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got to realize how many assists Chris Paul would have averaged on a team with Kobe fucking Bryant, bro.
I know. I get that, but I'm telling you this. If it was now, that trade goes through. There's no doubt.
It's gonna go through now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, if it's 2025,
I understand he still it's LeBron James, but
no, I'm not even talking about I'm talking about if that Lakers team was the current team and the current team of the Hornets is now, that trade goes through. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, the trade's going through.
That's what I'm saying. That trade happens now. Now, back then, of course not. But if we are making the Luka and AD trade, there is nobody that cannot get traded. Like anybody can get traded now. That put that into fruition. Like if
when they went through, the first person that came out was Anthony Edwards. He goes, "Well, that means I'm not safe."
Nobody's safe. Like, let me tell you who is safe in the NBA from getting traded. Like literally the only person
with no trade clauses. The only person.
No. I mean, yes, but like if you're tradable, let me tell you, there's only one player in the NBA that is safe from getting traded. Literally one player, in my opinion. Exactly. He's the only player. Him and probably Jokic. I'll give Jokic a nod too. Those are the only two players that will not get traded. Anybody else can always be on the chopping block. Always. Because the NBA is not loyal to their players anymore. And I mean that out of all respect to the NBA, they're not. If the NBA, I'm telling you, man, when you look at, I know we're getting off the topic of the Chris Paul, but when you look at that Anthony Davis and Luka trade, it's almost like the NBA was setting up Dallas to get.
Every time a top, okay, we're gonna.
Oh, I know where you're going. Every time
we're gonna push it back. Okay, we're gonna start 2011. Chris Paul gets traded to the Clippers. Boom. First overall pick, Anthony Davis. We're gonna go a little bit further. Boom. Who was it?
Everybody.
Who got traded that year? And then boom, they got the first overall pick out of nowhere. Then Dallas. Dallas should have not had the first overall pick this year. It is rigged.
I mean, I don't disagree. I think in those scenarios it's rigged. Like, how do you trade Anthony Davis, or you trade for Anthony Davis and you wind up number one pick getting Cooper Flag? Like, there's definitely some riggedness to that. I mean, we'll never know it. And if it's not rigged, it looks very rigged.
It's definitely rigged.
Like, it's rigged. But Nick, good whiffs, man. I like those. Make sure you get a go.
Very controversial too.
I'm ready for next week. Next thing, since we're talking basketball, we're going to kind of stick in the basketball world. Sorry, Evan. We'll do football in a minute. WNBA. By the way, did you see the Minnesota Lynx just clobber the Aces yesterday by 46 points?
Yes, we're gonna say WNBA in a bit. So for all you, what are they called? Connecticut Suns. They're no longer the Connecticut Suns. They will be moving.
Yes, they will be. In 2020, the start of the 2027 season, they officially have sold for $325 million, and they will be in Boston. What does that do for Boston?
Nothing.
Well, I mean, it's another sport. Not that they need
It's
anymore,
another
but
sport, but
they're
gonna be so overshadowed by the Boston Celtics.
Of course, and the Patriots and Boston Red Sox.
And we're gonna go like by goodness. Like the Patriots on their they're on their rebuild stage. We're not gonna worry about the Patriots at the moment.
I mean, Patriots might be
okay.
Man.
If I was, I would bring them in this season, like for the upcoming season, because Boston's not gonna be good this year. They don't have Jason Tatum. They traded their primary ball handler, their defensive 3-pointer. They're on a slope right now.
Yeah, they're not going to be great, but I mean the Connecticut Suns aren't very good. I think this helps them.
It does help them a lot.
At least with the fan base, will get Boston Celtics have a great fan base. I'm going to assume that. I mean, I don't know if they can have a new arena built, but they may play in that arena.
They'll probably play in the Garden for a little bit for a season or two.
Yeah, until they get them a new arena. Connecticut Suns will be in Boston in 2027. So, and then they sold for an insane amount. The WNBA is such a people knock on them a lot. I think they're up and coming. I've said that for a while now. Like they're in a position they've never been in. So I'm glad they're having some expansion teams over the next couple of years. They're making some moves. Like I said, Connecticut's moving to Boston now. I'm excited where the WNBA is going.
I am too. I hope Miami gets a team. Houston gets a team again.
Yeah, that would be cool. We don't have a Texas team in WNBA anymore ever since the.
What are you talking about? We have the Dallas Wings.
Yeah, I mean, okay, my bad. We have the Dallas Wings. Okay, my bad. I always forget about the Dallas Wings. But I want another one, man. Like,
I don't know why San Antonio got rid of theirs.
Well,
they were good.
They offered too much money for them, and they said, I can't pass that up. And they went to Las Vegas. But I mean, they've done great in Las Vegas. You can't knock them. They've won 2 championships.
Do you think Las Vegas will ever get an NBA team?
Yeah. Let me tell you who.
Who? Don't you say the Mavericks?
The Mavericks. It's a give. It's
not gonna be the Mavericks. It's not gonna be the Mavericks.
Why do you say that?
It's not because in the selling contract that it has to stay in Texas for at least 20 years. In that contract when he sold, it has to stay in Texas.
They're going to figure out a way around. The people are from Las Vegas. All they care about is casinos and making money. That team at some point, the Dallas Mavericks, will be in Vegas and already have a team name.
What are you gonna call them?
Well, they're the entire organization. They're a bunch of little slithering little snakes. They're all sneaky.
Are you gonna call them the snakes?
No, the Las Vegas Pythons.
See, that don't even make sense. You got the Knights,
exactly.
The A's, the Raiders,
the Aces. Now it's gonna be the Las Vegas Pythons. Mark my word. Mark that down. Write it down when they move.
If I would move the Kings. The Kings are. Move the Kings. Every team that's came from to Las Vegas has always came from that area.
I mean, that's not a bad one, but yeah. So yeah, the next thing in the WNBA. This is a crazy one. We're gonna talk about the green thing that got thrown on the court. So,
for copyright issues, we can't say.
Oh no, I'm gonna
For TikTok violations, you cannot say that word on stream.
I
Because
won't
I
say
got kicked off stream one time. You
so.
cannot say that word.
A WNBA fan threw an item. I'll say item
A green item on the court.
on the court during a game.
Did you see
So
Sophie? I can't think of her last name. The girl that plays for the.
Cunningham,
Did you see her comment about it?
I did
She
not
said if I could have got to it, I took it home with me.
see. Here's my question with this: if anyone knows what we're talking about, just go look up. WNBA throws a item on the court, and you'll know what it is. It'll pop up. My question is, why do you have that item at a game?
How
And
did
why
it
do you?
get through past security?
Well, it's not really. It's not a threatening item.
It's not a threatening item, but you can't even take a bottle for your baby in there with water in it. But they let that pass.
Well, why do you even have that on you?
They
What
might
are your what are your
they might have
plans?
actually had it in their purse and they didn't want it to melt in the car.
So why do you throw it on the court? Are you trying to hit somebody in the head with it?
It's a good question.
We have some crazy fans in the world of sports. Like, why do we have that in our possession at a game?
That's a
Interesting.
great question.
It's interesting. I don't understand why we have that item on us. WNBA, you always make it interesting somehow. Whether it's people fighting, whether it's picking on people, whether you're begging for Monday, and now we have an item on
I
us.
still don't condone what Angel Reese said. Okay, I don't like her. She's a great player, but she needs.
Hold on. Pump the brakes on the great.
Okay, she's not good. She's not good. I'm trying to be nice.
No, she's a good player.
She's not good. She's okay.
She's a good player. She's not a great player.
Did you see her comment from I think a few days ago? When she was like, "Y'all make $1,400 a week, and I make $1,400 in 7 days.
I know
that makes me have more money." And I was like, "Really?"
Insane. She has no brain cells. Okay, I'm not gonna knock on her that bad. Like, she's actually a pretty decent player. People.
She would whoop my ass in a game, but.
She would. Yeah, I mean, she'd probably whoop me too, no doubt about it. I would foul her every play just to make her mad. But yeah, I mean, WNBA fans, get it under control, okay? Stop bringing those things to games. We don't need them in the games. What you do at home on your own personal time is on you. All right. Next item. We're going to stick with basketball still. There's a few things going on in basketball. Damian Lillard is back to Weber State. Not as a player, but as a GM. And my question to you, Nick, is why do you see these players going? Why are we seeing the GM role in sports, in college sports?
I think it's more of a recruiting thing.
Okay.
Because we got this big name as our thing. Hey, and they'll send them out to go talk to them to make them more. Hey, come play for me. Stuff like that. I don't really think they do anything behind the scenes. It's more for recruiting purposes. And
I think that's
maybe Stephen Curry's behind the scenes, but I'm gonna say like in the Damian Lillard and all the other ones, it's just recruiting.
I think it is recruiting. It does help, but I also think that the way college sports are nowadays, you kind of do need a GM. You need someone kind of help manage the team because of how college is nowadays. You see it in football.
NRL bills and stuff.
Yeah, you need to help, man. I mean, there's so much more going on in sports now. Like, you actually need the GMs. Now, how does that work with somebody playing? That's the question. Like, what is his role during that time? Because college basketball will be going on.
It's during the NBA season.
The NBA season is going on.
It starts after the season, it ends before the season ends.
So how do you manage that? Now, Damian Lillard, obviously next year. We don't know when he'll come back.
Lillard's going to be okay because Weber State is right down the I think it's like an hour and a half drive from Portland. So it's not that bad of a mismatch. But the Davidson and Golden State is a big one.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's going to be done virtually,
Yeah,
but
mostly virtually,
I
probably.
I do like it because you're not only are you there, but you're giving back to the place that puts you on the map, essentially. I love it. I think Damian Lillard will do great things there. Who knows what he does when he's done? Like in a sense, like he could maybe go do that full time.
After he gets done, yeah. Because
Yeah, I mean,
he's trying to get to the end of the career.
he is. I'm glad to see him back in Portland.
You know, I was so happy when he signed back with Portland because he did
Yeah,
not look like Damian Lillard when he was because he had to share the ball with the Greek Freak.
right. Yeah, I agree. So him doing that, I think it's awesome. Congrats to Damian Lillard, the new GM of the Weber State basketball, and that's pretty exciting. Mikal Bridges has extended with the Knicks for 4 years, $150 million. Was it deserving in your eyes, or should he have waited and tested the market when his time was up?
How many more years did he have left on his contract?
I think this was his last year coming up.
If I was him, I would have held out.
Okay, why?
Why? Because I really don't think Cat's going to be on the team next year.
Okay.
So they're going to go back to being mediocre again. I would
they're
test
not.
the
Well, they're
market.
not. I mean, I see they would. They're not now because Mikal Bridges, but I see what you're saying. Like
They're gonna have a decline of what they had this year. They're not gonna make it to the unless they have a Cinderella run and make it back to the conference championship.
um, yeah. I
But
mean,
they don't have to worry about Boston this year.
right.
I would have waited and tested the market because you're what your third best star right there. Cat leaves. Play your heart out this season. You're gonna get that bigger contract from them if you would have held out instead of settling for what it. I'm not saying he settled. That's a lot of money that he got,
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
but I would have waited because he could have got more.
Yeah, I think you could have got more, but I also think New York with Woodson coming in as a coach. Obviously, you have Jalen Brunson. Cat is an interesting piece to the squad. Is what is his future like in New York? But Mikal Bridges deserved it. I think
He deserved it.
it secures his future. It secures him over the next 4 years at least, unless he decides to ask out or they trade him. I do think New York, like their window to win a championship, like
It's closing
legit.
fast.
Well, it has to be this year because the East is, my opinion, wide open.
Yeah, because they don't have Boston. They don't have the Pacers. They don't have.
I mean, those are the best two teams.
It's gonna be the Bucks. The Bucks might give them a run, but
I'm not really high on
Giannis
the
still might
Bucks.
not be on the Bucks when the season starts.
He'll be there. He's made it very clear he's staying. I think the only way they get rid of Giannis is if they trade Giannis.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a trade. But the Bucks are gonna have got a new center who's coming off a championship appearance. It's gonna be between the Knicks and the Bucks.
Well,
because
I think
we'll get more to that when we close to the NBA season.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think it was a good extension for him. He secures his future in New York, which again, he was in Brooklyn. He wasn't doing. I mean, not Brooklyn. He was at the Nets, I believe. It was at the. Well, that is the Brooklyn.
Brooklyn's is the Nets.
Yeah, I don't think he's secured. He's in his prime. I think so. New York's going to be a solid squad. It's just, can they get over the hump? Because for one, this is the farthest they've ever went this past year in a very, very long time. So they were just trying to secure that bucket getter outside of Brunson, that kind of second option, maybe third option if you want to say Cat's their second option.
I'm gonna say that's the same thing with the Timberwolves. This is their year to win it because I'm gonna give San Antonio one more year before we're up to prime.
No, I can tell you right now, the Timberwolves ain't winning nothing. The West is better.
Oh, the West is the best, but it's not gonna be Houston.
No, I'm saying people say I'm not saying that, but people think Houston got better. San Antonio is better.
San Antonio much better, but I'm giving San Antonio one more year.
Oh, they'll make the
playoffs. We're gonna make the playoffs, but we're not. We're gonna have like a second round exit probably.
Right, but yeah, kudos to Bridges getting that contract extension, very well deserved. The big one, Luka linked a 3-year, $165 million extension. People say that he left money on the table, but what it shows, for one, he's given the Lakers room to work. Okay. The Lakers have secured their superstar for at least the next 3 years.
Till 2028.
Rob Pelinka is not dumb like Mavericks. He's not going to trade him. He knows what he has. Luka.
You think they're going to trade LeBron now? I've heard all the rumors about LeBron leaving.
Here's my thoughts on LeBron. If they do not win a championship this year,
he's gone.
They're trading him.
Oh, he's a free agent. This is last year of the deal.
I know, but I'm saying they'll trade him. They'll get rid of him.
Like around the trade deadline if they're not in contention.
No, I think at the end of the season. Well, he may leave.
He's a free agent at the end of the season, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you can still trade him.
You can't trade him if he's a free agent.
Up until the actual deadline. Like I'm talking about after the season. They can trade him.
Nobody's gonna accept him if he's going into free agency unless he does a sign and trade. But LeBron's gonna have to go somewhere he wants to go. And it's gonna probably be Cleveland.
That's where I think he goes back home to finish.
He's gonna go home. I know all you Mavericks fans out there. Oh, he's going to Dallas. He's not going to Dallas.
Dallas ain't gonna do that. But Luka extends. I think this is great for Luka. He wants to. This takes all the scrutiny of he doesn't want to be in LA. He wants to be there. Okay.
Oh, he wants to be there.
Dallas.
I hate to say it.
He'll never go back to Dallas.
It did hurt him at the beginning. I know he didn't want to leave, but as stuff comes out, he's gonna be.
I'll say this: Luka is going to be. This is a Luka no one's ever seen. Just be ready for this season.
Have you seen that magazine cover? He has lost all that weight. He's gotten swole. He is coming for vengeance this year.
He's going to prove that not only is he one of the best offensive players in the league, he's coming to prove that he actually has some defense in him. He knows what he was doing in Dallas.
If I can do a pre-early, I think he's going to get MVP this year. I hate to say it.
I know.
He's going to get MVP.
I actually agree. I agree with you. I think Luka is going to prove to the world that he's not just this offensive-minded person, that he can play some defense, but his body wasn't right. He knows that.
Oh, yeah, and he was out of shape.
He went, in my opinion, obviously I didn't like the trade, but he went to the best place he could go to get him right.
Yeah, he got beside LeBron, who is a house nut about his body.
Yes.
And learned from that man that knows how to take care of his body. That's why I'm going to say, it's not going to be this year. It's not going to be LeBron's last year. He's going to play one more year. He's going to play with Bryce. I know he's going to play with Bryce. And then he's going to retire after that.
I think that's what he wants to do. He wants to have the chance
He wants to play with the good side, not the bad side.
Damn.
And I'm not wrong.
You'd have to do
Friday was not the good song. It's Bryce is the good one.
Bryce is going to be good.
Because he's built like his dad.
I'm going to say this too. I'm going to say this too about this whole Luka Lakers thing. Is mark my words. The Joker, Jokic, will be in LA.
Oh yeah, Jokic is going to be in LA.
He wants to play with Luka. Now, where it gets difficult talking about this is the Denver team well, not even just that. This Denver team this year is going to be really good. Really good. So when that time comes, I think the decision from him is like, do I want to leave a good situation to go to a situation to play with Luca where they don't have the best team around Luca? And that's being respectful. Like, adding Marcus Smart was great, but Marcus Smart isn't Marcus Smart from Boston still. Like, he's a great defender, not the best offensive player. He can get you some scoring, but he's primarily a defending guy.
I
You,
I
you
agree with you, but
you got
here's our problem: the Magic screwed the whole trade market.
well, of course they did. They paid up because they gave away so much for
They gave
Desmond
5
Bain.
first-round picks for a mediocre shooting guard. I'm not gonna say
No,
mediocre. He's above
he's
average shooting guard.
he's really good shooting guard.
He's a shooting
He's
guard, but he's not
but I
above
thought that
average.
I thought that was going to ruin the market, but it did really as much as I thought this past year. Like, when I first saw that trade, I was like, "Oh, the market's set. Good luck getting anybody that's better than Desmond Bain because you're going to have to give up the farm for him." I don't
Only
think that's
reason the
gonna.
tra-
I
only
don't think that's
reason
going to be the reason. I think Jokic, if he ever decides to leave, and let's say go to the Lakers, it will be a kind of like contract's over. I'm going to go sign with them. I don't think they're dumb enough to trade Jokic to LA. Like, you would, because for one, I don't think the Lakers would do that because you're going to have to get the entire Lakers team, and that doesn't really benefit Jokic going over there. Because I do think the Lakers will build a team. Like, Luka took less money for a reason. Like, I'm not
I
like.
think so. You can sign that max. Oh,
Well, I mean, yeah,
hey,
he could
this
sign
is
them,
this
man.
is Jokic's contract year.
It is. Well, it is. It is. That's what I'm
It
saying. Like,
is. He is a free agent at the end of the season.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he moves, it will be this offseason, and it will be his choice to leave. That's why I said this season's going to be an interesting season for Jokic, because if Denver were to pull it out and win another chip this year, because I think they have the team to do it. I think they have the team to compete with OKC. I think they have a team to compete with the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves, to me, are they're good. I love Anthony Edwards. I don't think they're there. Like, they're just not there.
I love Ant on the Wolves. He's not going to end as a Wolf.
No,
He
he's
said
not.
he's not. He's going to go somewhere. I personally would like to see him team up with one of the big men. I'm not going to say because we don't like to sign people in free agency, but he would be the perfect situation in San Antonio.
I already know where he's going.
Where do you think he's going to go? Don't you say it?
He's going to LA with Jokic and Luka.
No, he's not.
Mark my words.
He's not going to go to LA.
Mark my words. Anthony Edwards, when his contract is up, if he does not do nothing in Minnesota, he will be in LA with Luka and Jokic. Mark my words.
We're going to go back to the Jokic thing. So, say Jokic does leave at the offseason. Which 15 is going to be in the Raptors? Are they going to do both? Are they just going to do one or the other?
Respectfully,
I hope it's Carmelo.
it has to be Carmelo. But if you're going to do both, I would do the Denver jersey from the teal blue one with the yellow striping, and then do the new one of Jokic. I think Jokic deserves to be in the Raptors in Denver, but yeah. you cannot put him, if it's him and or Carmelo, you cannot put him in over Carmelo. Like, I understand Carmelo won a championship there. Carmelo deserves his jersey in the Raptors. No,
I don't think his jersey.
That's my thoughts on Luka, though. Great extension. He showed the world I want to be in LA, and I think they're going to build something in LA with him. But I do not think they can win it this year, unfortunately. The West is too good.
But we'll get more to that when we start going into the NBA season.
Oh, yeah. NBA is right around the corner. Call me crazy. It's in October. We're already in August. One more basketball thing. Jonathan Kuminga is still declining the Warriors' terms. Do you think he ends up signing there or going elsewhere?
He's gonna be a sign and trade.
You think he signs with the Warriors and then gets traded?
No, he's either gonna do a sign and trade. He's gonna do a sign and trade with the Kings. He's gonna be.
You think so?
I think he's gonna go to the Kings.
Well, Jonathan Kuminga will not be in the Warriors, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the Warriors have not believed in him. John Kaminga, people do not understand. He is a ball player. He just has not got an opportunity. And the Warriors are
okay, I understand that he's a ball player. He plays on ball. But that's the problem you have.
well,
One of
you
the
got
top 5 best point guards has played the game.
but my problem is they have Jimmy Butler. They play the same position. He's
Yes,
not going to continue. He's not going to continue to
but
play
why don't they
second
just put
fiddle.
Jimmy at the 4?
I
Jimmy
don't
played
know.
the 4 most of the time while he was with the Heat.
Miami.
Put him at
I
the
don't know.
4.
I just don't think they're giving John Kaminga a fair chance to play. They're wanting him there because they know he can play, and because the Jimmy Butler, who knows how many real years he has left. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying like we don't know how much longer he's really going to play.
I hate to say this, but Jimmy Butler is the AB of the NBA world.
I like Jonathan. I like him in Golden State.
Oh, I love Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy Butler is the Antonio Brown of the NBA.
I mean,
I'm not wrong.
Jimmy Butler's just a character, man. You never know what you're going to get with Jimmy Butler. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get with him. But Jonathan Kaminga, do you, man? Don't go to Golden State, and nothing against Golden State. I like Golden State. I like Steph and the Warriors.
I would hold if I was him. I would hold out, not hold out. Like I would sign back with Golden State because we got good maybe 2 years with Curry.
Yeah, but if I'm him, I'm not going to Golden State. No, I mean you have nothing. You've given them everything that they're willing to let you give them. He can go to a lot of different places and start. I think so.
But what? Okay, but like all the rumors about him going to the Kings. You got to think that Kings, he's not going to start at the Kings either.
Yeah, but I think he'll get playing time. He doesn't get no playing time in Golden State. He rides the bench, and he shouldn't be riding the bench. Jonathan Kaminga is a true baller. People do not understand how good he is.
Oh, he is. That's why what's his name left this offseason too.
So, Jonathan Kaminga, do you, man? Do not go to the Warriors because they don't value you as much value as you try to give them. Do you, man? Go to somewhere where you can get some playing time. Show that you can play. Show the Warriors why they should have played you. Do you, man?
Dude, he averaged 32 minutes this season.
Yeah. He was playing quite a bit, so Jimmy Butler got there. And Jimmy Butler got there, they just sent him to the bench and said, hey, you could play maybe every now and again. No respect towards him. Nothing against Jimmy Butler.
Topic.
Next topic, we're moving on to football. We're just going to talk about it.
So do you want to hurt your feelings first, or do you want to do it after we talk about the Washington Wizards? Or
We're
Washington
We're going to do Terry McLaurin. He has requested out. We're just going to kind of do both at the same time. So we got Terry McLaurin, Micah Parsons asked for trades out of their respective teams. I'm going to give you my thoughts on both of them. Terry McLaurin, I don't think he leaves. I think they pay him. I don't think they're dumb enough to trade him. Because Washington is a legit contender. I think they're legit. Their defense is insane. Jane Daniels proved he is a phenomenal quarterback. They don't trade him, but he will hold out until they give him his extension.
Pay him his money. But here's my thing. That just blew my whole ranking for that conference if they trade him.
You think he's that big of a factor?
Yes. What other wide receiver does he have?
Deebo Samuel.
Okay, Deebo yes,
yeah,
but he's iffy though. He was iffy with the 49ers.
Yeah, but who's better, Brock Purdy or Jaden McDaniels?
Jaden McDaniels.
There you go. Jaden McDaniels will get him the ball. We're going to see a Deebo Samuel we haven't seen in the last couple of years. I think so. Does it hurt them offensively? Of course it does if they decide to trade him. Them. But I think if they trade him, they're going to get a good return.
Oh, they're going to get a return. It's probably going to be picks.
So, no, it won't be picks. I'm going to tell you why.
What team is going to get – what team has the assets to give up for him? What is Miami going to trade? Yeah, Miami might do that because Miami is kind of.
I'm looking at them offense. I'm looking at an offensive team who's willing to trade a trade for trade,
It's gonna be Miami. Miami would be them people to trade.
Hear me out.
the cheetah for him.
Hear me out. What if, and this is a what if, I'm looking at a star for a star. Okay.
What are you gonna say for Terry for Parsons?
No. I'm saying a star for star. Like if you're getting another wide receiver back.
That's why I said Cheetah. Cheetah's the only one that wants to not be up with Miami no more.
I mean, yes, but I'm going even a little bit bigger.
Who?
Because this person's I think he will be out sooner than later because the team's not going to be good. And no knock to you, Josh, if you're watching. I could see a trade for trade, Justin Jefferson, McLaurin, picks.
Yeah, I can see that one.
I'm saying if I'm trading McLaurin, I'm getting me another wide receiver back that's as good or better in return. That's why I say you can trade McLaurin and picks because Minnesota, you could say defensively is great. Offensively, you don't know. Besides Justin Jefferson, J.J. McCarthy, we don't know what he's really going to do. That's why I say they could use the picks. If Washington has the picks, you can get a receiver back in return. That's the only way I do that. I'm not trading for picks if I'm Washington. I'm not trading for a subpar offensive weapon. Like if you're going to trade a McLaurin, you got to get something back in return that's good. So that being said, I don't think they're going to trade him. This is the problem with trade requests from players, and I'm including Micah Parsons in this.
I wouldn't know what happened in the front office for Michael Parsons to do this, though.
I already know what's happened. I already know what's going on. Let's just go to that, too. So Micah Parsons asked out. So 2 years ago, Micah Parsons wanted this extension done. Okay. He said he would have took less money. Not a big deal. I just want to be in Dallas. I just want my extension now. Let's get it over with. At the time, they were worried about Dak and CD, which respectfully so because they were due. Micah Parsons wasn't necessarily due. He was still on his rookie deal. Dallas had the opportunity to sign him for less. Micah Parsons as well. Like that's what I'm talking about. But Jerry Jones isn't smart enough.
Jerry Jones, bro.
Isn't smart enough to do that yet.
Y'all are not going to win a championship until after he dies. Mark my words.
I mean, I don't disagree. Sorry, Jerry Jones, respectfully.
Yeah, we don't want you to die.
I don't want you to die, but you're killing my team right now. They should have did the extension when he wanted and could have paid him less because now the market is so high. You have Max Crosby got paid. You got Myles Garrett got paid. J.J. Watt got paid.
I was really hoping
that Micah Parsons is wanting that type of money now because the market is set. And another problem, and Jerry Jones does this. Jerry Jones is a little snake too.
Oh, most definitely.
And yes, it's my team, but I'm talking about Jerry Jones. When he does deals, he doesn't like to deal with agents. He only wants the players. He is known.
Yes, he tries to.
He is known for wanting to deal with just the players. Micah Parsons ain't like that. He's like, you deal with my agent. He don't want to deal with his agent. His agent is the most aggressive agent, I think, in football. Can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Oh, what is
so on the Micah situation, if there's a team that would trade him, it'd be Jerry Jones because he's that dumb. But I think this is kind of the same situation. I think it's a bluff move to get them to get the deal done. I think they will get it done. But do you agree with me that the players have entirely too much power?
Oh, they do.
I'm not saying these players don't deserve the money because the players deserve the money. But when Micah and a McLaurin come out and say, hey, I want to be traded because I'm not getting the extension. Well, for one, I'll look at it this way. I'm not saying you don't deserve. It's not your time is not up. Okay. But I think you have to, if I'm both these teams, especially Dallas, because Micah is the anchor on the defense. He is the defense, respectfully to the defense. We need to. Okay, Curtis, sure, whoever you are. we need to make sure that we're not doing too
You need to
much.
take care of you need to take care of your defense banker.
Well, you should. Like, they should pay Micah. I think they will pay Micah. I don't know if they'll give him what he wants, but Jerry Jones, for the love of God, please don't trade him. Like, you talk about you want to win a championship and you feel like you're right there. If you really want to win that championship, just get the deal done. You have the money, you have the player. If you pay Dak, you should pay Micah respectfully. Pay the man. He deserves to be here. He wants to be in Dallas. Well, maybe not now. Again, I think there's a bluff move. I think a lot of these players do bluff moves to get their money.
That's what Mike Crosby or what Crosby did.
Right, he did. But he got his money.
They paid
I mean,
him. They paid him
Myles Garrett, same thing, asked to be out. They ended up paying him. So I think that they should pay the man, pay both these players. The Redskins or Commanders, I keep calling the Redskins, the Commanders in Dallas, pay your players because these are key pieces to your championships run. And unless you're getting something back of equal return or better, then just pay the players. I know there's more to it than that. I'm not a GM. I'm not an owner. But when I see a Micah Parsons wanting out, I question what the organization is doing. I have to question what the organization is doing. Why are we trying to trade our best defensive player, one of the best defensive, or not paying the best defensive player and one of the best defensive players? Why is he wanting out? Why are we dragging this out? It puts a lot of eyes on the organization about the what ifs. What are they doing? It makes a bunch of negativity going on before the season starts. When as us fans of Dallas, I know you're not a Dallas fan. You're a Pookers fan. But there's always a negativity in Dallas somehow, some way, whether it's with Dak, whether it's with what are they doing, whether it's the head coach. Like, for one season, I would love to go in with nothing going on. And here we are, Micah Parsons wanting out. Do you think they pay him?
That's an iffy thing. Jerry Jones thinks he knows everything.
Oh, he always does.
And I hope they pay him for the Cowboys' sake. But they're probably not going to pay him. He's going to get traded, and hear me out. He's gonna go to one of those teams up north that wear green.
No, he ain't going to Green Bay. You can crash.
I'm not saying Green Bay. I'm gonna say one of them rivals.
Where do you think he goes?
He's gonna go home because the Eagles have the money.
Well, I hate to ruin your thoughts on this, but he's already said he ain't going to a division team if he gets traded.
Okay, then he's gonna go to the Steelers. He's going home. He's gonna ask to go home.
I know where he's going.
Where do you think he's gonna go?
If Dallas trades him, there's two places I think he goes. The first one, Denver. They're getting better, and he would be the next Von Miller of the team. That team would be deadly. The second team, Atlanta Falcons. They're right there on the cusp of just being all around good. Like,
so who are they gonna? Okay, I understand. I see where you're coming from, but who are they gonna trade for him?
On Denver's side of the ball, that's a good question. I can't tell you a player, but I can tell you who Dallas would probably go after for Atlanta. And ain't even defense, which is sad.
They're gonna go after fucking Kirk Cousins?
God, no.
That's not where you're gonna get that money. Well, he don't have no money on his contract.
Kyle Pitts, the tight end. That's who they'd go after.
Atlanta's not gonna give up him for.
Oh, they would do it in a heartbeat. No
they
question.
Would not.
Why wouldn't they?
Kyle Pitts,
I don't
He's
think
gonna
Dallas.
he's up and coming. He's gonna be one of the good tight ends because
I mean, yeah, but so is Mike as an up and coming one of the best defensive players. But here's why I say Dallas doesn't go for that. Dallas just linked their tight end to a 4-year extension, so I'm not sure why you would do that.
who's their
But
tight end?
Ferguson, they just signed him to a 4-year extension. They just did it this week. So I don't see that why that move works for Dallas, but I don't know, man. I think they just should sign him. I think both these players should get signed, but I would not if one of them gets traded. Unfortunately, I do think it'd be Micah because Jared Jones is dumb enough to do it. Unfortunately, so we'll see what happens with these two trade requests. Again, I'm not really high on either one of them.
Quarterback, that's y'all's problem.
Well, we ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna see how it goes.
No, y'all should need a quarterback.
On to so another thing that kind of went down in the NFL last week was after Wednesday was the Hall of Fame inductees. You had Sterling Sharp, you have Jared Allen, Antonio Gates, and who was the other guy? I know who it is.
Edwin, something like that.
Hold on.
I saw his quote. I started my career with gold teeth and ended with a golden jacket.
Do you think was there any one of these
that did not deserve it?
Yeah, in your opinion.
Yes.
Who?
Sterling Sharp should have not gotten his.
Oh, you're insane.
Why? He played 7 years, got 5 Pro Bowls. He didn't do enough.
Say that again.
He played 7 years, 5 Pro Bowls.
That's my point.
He only played 7 years. He retired in 92. It's 2025. What took them 33 years to get him in the Hall?
That's the question. So I'm going to give you some stats. And you said he averaged 85 catch a season for 1,162 yards. He finished with 65 touchdowns in 7 seasons with the Green Bay Packers. His career got cut short by injuries.
Yeah.
So in 5 seasons, he made the Pro Bowl 5 or 7 for Pro Bowl 5 times.
Yes.
He missed it twice. In a short season, granted, injuries you can't help. That man should have already been in.
The only yes, he deserves to be in there, but it took his brother pleading with the commissioner, "Hey, he needs to be in here."
Exactly. He shouldn't have had to plead. Sterling Sharp should have already been in.
You think?
Could you imagine,
brother?
I mean, I'm not going to say that because look what Shannon Sharp did. But we never would have known what he would have done if his career would have never got cut short. I mean, that's a lot of players. Look at Barry Sanders. Look at.
But he's in the Hall, though.
I know, but I'm saying Sterling Sharp definitely deserved to be in. There's no question about it. The stats speak for themselves. Could you imagine? Go to 14 seasons. What would his stats would have been? Double what this is here.
He could have been the greatest wide receiver.
I ain't gonna go saying one of the greatest, but he would have been easily put in the Hall of Fame if he'd have played 5 more years because the stats would have been there. Unfortunately, a neck injury just cut his career extremely in half or cut it off completely. So, I mean, very deserving. Jared Allen, another great defensive end, played for the Vikings.
Eric Allen was the other one.
Jared Allen made the Pro Bowl 5 times. One was a Pro Bowl 5 times, was a 4-time All-Pro, had 136 sacks in 12 seasons with the Chiefs, Vikings, Bears, and Panthers. His final game is in the Super Bowl 50, which was lost by Carolina against Peyton Manning and them. So, great. I mean, well-deserving Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
I mean, 132 sacks in 12 seasons is insane. Jared Allen was a beast on the end. Um, great Hall of Fame
The problem
inductee.
is, I hate to say it, he'll be overshadowed by the other Jared Allen one day.
Yeah, maybe. Eric Allen, a 6-time Pro Bowl cornerback who played for the Eagles, Saints, and Raiders, was actually one of his sons presented it to him, which was pretty cool.
In his 19th year in eligibility.
He had 54 career interceptions, including 8 return for touchdowns. And he gave the obligatory Fly Eagle Fly to support the Super Bowl champions who drafted him in 1988. Again, very well deserved. Great career. I mean, that's a lot of interceptions. People, man, 54, that's a lot of interceptions for a cornerback. I mean, he was a very ball dominant person, could go up at the height of the ball. I mean, great player. And of course, Antonio Gates, he played 16 NFL
He
seasons.
deserved it.
He played all of them with the Chargers. He finished with 955 catches for 11,841 yards and 116 touchdowns. He made the Pro Bowl 8 times and was an All-Pro 3 times. So, again, one of the best tight ends to ever do it.
That's another what if. What about if he would have went to the NBA? Because I heard he was a baller on the other side.
Well, it was probably. I think he made the best choice.
Oh, he did. He definitely did. But I heard about his how much of a hooper he was in college.
Well, he can. I'm sure he can hoop now if he wanted to. Maybe not to that level, but he can. He could play.
He didn't play his whole career with the Chargers.
Yeah, he did. He played every year.
It says he played 14 out of 16 with the Chargers, and then his last 2 years with LA. Oh, well, yeah, they just moved to LA. You're right.
Come on.
It says, well, it shows the LA Rams on here. On the NFL.
Yeah, but it's the Chargers. But yeah,
it's the Chargers. But why does it say the Rams?
I don't know. But great inductees. I think they were all very deserving. So congratulations to all of them on getting the gold jacket and the statue up there in Canton, Ohio. Very well deserving. All right, man. The last thing I have on the docket, which I'm not sure how much you're into it. I've been into UFC a lot lately. I love watching the UFC. And we have some great in 2 weeks. We have a great 319 will be a great card, but we'll talk about that when time comes. I'm just going to give some of these results from last night. So this was fight night over in Las Vegas. It wasn't a really big fight night, and I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't know none of these fighters. Okay, personally,
I know all the fighters.
I
probably watch more UFC than you do.
You may do, but it was a great card. I'm trying to see. So I started watching when Neil. Let me take this thing up here. I can't see his name.
Hey, this is going to show how young but old I am. I've been watching UFC since Tim Kennedy was fighting.
Yeah.
And he retired in 2016.
Yeah, you're old. So I didn't watch the first 5 fights. I was busy, but I started watching with Neil McNagny, and I'm not even going to attempt pronounce the other guy's name, but I will call him Dos Santos. That was an amazing fight. And if you see between these two fighters, Neil has fought 44 times and Dos Santos has fought 36 times. They have more than enough fights under their belt. They're probably
the about it, neither one of them are ranked.
No, they weren't ranked, but Neil, this was a great
fight.
They're
not ranked. They're not ranked.
Yeah, Neil Magny was phenomenal in this fight. I think he's creeping back up there into the welterweight rankings. I think he's getting close to a top 10 if I saw right after this fight. But man, he was all over Dos Santos. I mean, he had him. I mean, it pretty much took him one round to take Dos Santos out. It was a great fight. He's a great striker. He's great. I mean, this guy's kind of an all-around great guy. So it was a great fight. That was the first one I saw. And then the second one was Dana Silva and Kevin. Don't even know. I'm not even going to go. You want to talk about a fight? That was a heck of a fight, too.
It went all 3 rounds.
Yeah, it went all 3 rounds. It went to decision. And Kevin won. But that was a great fight. And then actually, those were the first 2 fights I saw. I lied. I didn't watch the first 6. So I'm going to go to the other slide because I did watch all those fights. Okay. So I'm going to go to the bottom because the top one with Teria and Park was the main event. But Carl Rosa and Nora Cornell, that was a fight. Them 2 women went at it.
Hard.
I think Nora was doing too much in the fight. And Carl Rosa is just like that. She's not old, but she's like that veteran. She was very patient.
She's a defensive fighter. She's a more of a wear you out and then just hammer you kind of fighter.
That's exactly what I got from it. She was more of a I'm waiting for my opportunity. But Nora was all over the place, to my opinion. And Carl just was very, very patient with the fight. Her ground game was phenomenal. And she won by decision. When you watch this fight, you were kind of thinking she might knock her out or submit her, but it never happened. But it was a fantastic fight. Elvis Brenner and Esteban, another great fight. You talk about blood. I mean, these dudes beat each other up for 15 minutes. And I mean beat each other up. You could tell Esteban was winning, but then as soon as you thought he was in control, Elvis was right back in his grill. It was a fight. And when it was done, I couldn't really tell who won, but I thought Esteban did win. So I was like, okay, yeah, cool, Esteban won. But this Chris Duncan fight and Matt,
he had the odds to lose that fight, and he came in there and fought his heart out.
I'm gonna tell you what, the Metzetsu, whoever that guy is up top, for a round and a half, he fought with one eye. The dude had a knot this big on his head. Left eye was closed the whole time because he couldn't. It was shut. It was so messed up. And as soon as you thought he was out, he was tearing Chris Duncan up with one eye. The dude had one eye. And Chris Duncan there was blood everywhere. Like, this was another hard-nosed, battle it out, punch each other's lights out fight. But Chris Duncan did dominate the fight when you look at it from a scorecard stand view. Early. It was a great fight. Those 2 fights right there, really the first 3 I talked about were the best fight. So Tesoro Teixeira, he is the number 6 ranked in flyweight. Hansun Park was undefeated coming in, but obviously he was the underdog. It wasn't supposed to be Park. I forgot what happened with the player he was supposed to fight. But Park stepped in, undefeated, up and coming. Tesoro was too much. He was too much for him, whether it was the striking game or it was the ground game. Park just wasn't ready for this at all. Like, respectfully, wasn't ready for this fight. And Tesoro took it pretty fair and quick. He knocked him out, hit him twice in the right eye, knocked him out, submitted him. It was over. Tesoro's one to watch out in the flyweight. Like I said, I don't know what this does for his ranking. I'm not sure if it moves him up because it wasn't supposed to be this fight.
So
but it was
if he, like, say, the only way it moved him up if Park was ranked above him, and Park was not. So it's just going to leave him at what he's at. Unless the only way he'll drop or gain if somebody that fights like next week is above him or under him and loses, that's how it'll change.
Right. And I'm not sure what the docket is for the EFC fight night next weekend, but there's fights every weekend. I've been watching them every weekend. But this Tesoro Teixeira guy is the real deal. Be on the lookout for him, man. I think in the flyweight he can make some noise real soon. Depending on if he gets that shot. Not necessarily the title shot, but a top 5 contender shot. I think he deserves it, even with this fight not being what he maybe thought it was going to be, his opponent backing out for whatever reason it was. This is a pretty decent, for not knowing who these people really are. It was a great fight night weekend. No knock to it. I love the fight nights. For one, they're free. I don't have to pay $70 for a potential 5-second main event fight that we get, like the not the last one, the Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway was
You're gonna
good.
pay for that one.
But the one before that was Ilya Taporia, and dang, who did he fight? I
I know who
forgot
you're
who he
talking
fought.
about though.
But that fight was, I was disappointed because it was pretty quick. But that's really what happened in the UFC world this weekend. Like I said, fight night next weekend I will be watching, and we will recap that. So with that being said, was there anything else, Nick, that we missed or you wanted to talk about? Maybe we didn't talk about from sports world this week.
No, we covered most of it. I believe we got everything done.
Perfect. Well,
Oh,
everyone.
can we say the Astros got their boy back, and he was excited to go home.
Yes, they did.
There was a lot of good trades as it ended this week. I know we were a day before the trade deadline ended.
Yes, the Rangers got 3 pitchers. We'll see how much that changes them. They're not as cursed as they're not as cursed. They did win a game.
They got handed to them on Friday night though.
They did get handed to them. We'll see though. I want to see how these 3 pitchers can they make it. Can those 3 trades make a difference for them? We're coming down the stretch in baseball where if you're right there in the mix, I think it's time for the Rangers personally to get it going, because you don't want to wait too much longer. If the Astros get on fire, then we're screwed. So we'll see what happens with that. As always, guys. Oh, I do want to say that our guest had an issue tonight. We have rescheduled, so be on the lookout for that. She had some things going on personally that she wanted to reschedule, so she will be here. I'm still planning it out. Wednesday, we are supposed to have the coach on from Paris. I have to confirm with him on see how he's feeling.
He got better.
Yeah, hopefully. I did reach out to him today. He might have messaged me. I just haven't had a chance to look to see how he's feeling, if he's up for Wednesday. If he's not up for Wednesday because of what's going on, I will try to get her on Wednesday if it works for her. And then I do have a guest on for next Sunday. He is a – let me pull it up.
It's pull up his accolades.
No, not even that. Just kind of like, I'll just kind of give a little brief, if I can put my thing in right. It's an actually old friend of mine. I went to high school with him. He was older than me. But I got to go back to where we were having our conversations. He is down there about 2 hours south of San Antonio. He is the assistant principal of the high school he's at. He's an offensive coordinator for football, and he's the head softball coach. So I'm excited to have him on. I haven't talked to him in a very long time until this weekend. I'm excited to see kind of how he's landed where he has his journey. He was a pretty good football player that I remember, if I remember right. I'm excited to talk with him. So he's supposed to be here next Sunday to kind of chat with us for a little bit. I've actually done some reaching out. I've actually a player that plays in a semi-pro league. He had his championship game on Saturday. They won. I think this is their 3rd in a row. I'm waiting to set something up with him. He wanted the season to end, kind of get back settled into not necessarily, I mean, I guess it'd be the off season, but he does do other things. So waiting to hear back from him. I know him personally too. It's been a long time, but he's a couple years older than me. So I'm kind of excited to kind of set that up. And then I did. I'll say this. I know some people at a high school. I don't want to mention it because I wanted to get it. I'm hoping to get it set up. I'm trying. I know it's probably the wrong time. I probably did it too late, but I reached out to someone, or someone reached out to me about getting in touch with the head coach of a high school team around here that's very good. And my contact information was handed over, and I was told he will be reaching out. So I'm hoping I hear from him this week. I'm going to set up a small interview with him to come on before the season, kind of talk about it, expectations, just a little bit of everything. I've also, with connections, have found
Is it a 6A school?
no, no, it's not 6A. So
okay.
I'm gonna work on that this week to see if I can. Hopefully, I hear from him. And there's some other players that are going to be really good in high school this year. I might wait till the end of the season because I know we're so close to the football season starting. I know they probably have a lot going on. Some of them are big. We're talking 2 of them are 4-star recruits, and then another one is I think a 3-star if I remember right. I can't. I may have to correct myself. So I'm working on getting some guests on still. But that's kind of what we have going on in the next coming up week or so. But also don't forget. I think Recognized Game will be live tonight. I think they're coming back. I will have to confirm with Evan, but
I think so.
I need to talk with him to see if they're going live. I know Evan's been going through some stuff with everything happened with him. Hopefully they'll be live tonight. If not, hopefully they can get hopefully he can get everything figured on his end because I know he's been going through some stuff. And of course tomorrow, be here for a crew talk. Be here for the Matt Truck Show, assuming she will be live as well. I know she went live a couple times last week, kind of getting back into the groove of it. She's been going on some things as well. Tuesday, Sorry in Advance, be live here 7 p.m. Central. Come support them. The baseball gurus is what I call them, Sean and Scott. And then obviously Wednesday, we will be back to break down a couple more NFL conferences or NFL divisions. Not sure which ones yet. I need to look and see which ones we've done, so we'll break those down. And then Thursday, On Time Sports, of course, Casey and William, the comedic duo of the Tire Sports Network. And then on Friday, Pints and Parlays will be here live unless they have some issues again. They may have to go another day. And then, of course, Saturday, our new show, Saturday Smack Talk with Josh and Nick, which I talked with Nick. They had a great first show Saturday. So great kudos to everyone on the network. We appreciate all the love.
Really good show. I tuned in a little bit on there.
I did too. And of course, I know I said this earlier, but you see the QR codes here. We would love for everyone to support us. Please like and subscribe to all the social medias for the Bearded Bros and for everyone on the Tire Sports Network. If you scan the QR codes, it will take you to the social medias of everyone on this network of some kind. We appreciate all the love and support from everyone. We can't thank you all enough. We are coming up about 3 weeks away from our year mark between the podcast and the network. It's coming up, so we're super excited about that. And we will be doing a network show soon. I've got to plan it out. We try to do that once a month if possible. So we'll see what we can do with that. And so before we go, Nick, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Oh, I'll just see you back Wednesday.
Appreciate everybody. We'll be back Wednesday, Bearded Bros, 7 p.m. Central. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you then.